It helps guide our employees so that they are in a position that they can make autonomous decisions that are rooted in the shared beliefs of our organization and in our employees. We all speak the same language at ING Direct. We all share the same vision. We all believe and share the same goals. And we always remind ourselves to stay on course when we start veering off of it. And knowing your principles allows for that intangible certainty in the people around you, that confidence that help you and help your colleagues and help the people that are on your team make accurate decisions, identify the right choices, and almost always take the right path. Think of the power of this. We've got 1,000 employees in our organization, so at any time during the day, wherever I happen to be sitting, there's probably 25 meetings, 30 meetings going on. And in every single one of these meetings, there's decisions being made. And I'm not there. So how do I know the decisions are being made right? Well, because of the principles and the values of the organization. Most people think that a sailboat works because the wind blows, the wind catches in the sail and pushes the boat through the water. I mean, that's pretty simple. But that's actually not entirely true. There's something huge missing in that equation. If the wind just blew at a boat's sails, the boat would go wherever the wind happened to be going that day. The boat would tip over. Water would go in the boat. It would sink. The boat would capsize. But sailboats are designed with another really important thing, and it's called a keel. The wind blows against the sails, and the opposing force is the keel's resistance under the water. That's what keeps the boat from capsizing. That's what keeps the boat from tipping over, and that's what allows the boat to thrust forward in the direction of that the captain wants it to go. Our keel at ING Direct, the force that keeps us straight, going in the direction we want to go, and stops us from capsizing, are our mission and these principles that I've shared with you. Winston Churchill famously said, "The price of greatness is responsibility." True leadership actually implies sacrifice. And I know you want leadership, but I think you need to understand the sacrifice part and the responsibility part. True leadership means sacrifice. It's implicit in leadership. True leadership means responsibility. You must have an undeniable sense of purpose to be the best that you can be and lead others by example. Highly intense, highly motivated, highly inspired individuals actually know this in their heart and they know it in their spirit. It's imprinted in the fabric of their being. It's imprinted in their souls. They know that leadership is more than hitting targets. They know that leadership is a lot more than hitting goals. It's also about accountability. It's about protecting people. It's about protecting your people. It's about protecting teams and owning all the actions and all the consequences of the decisions that you and your team make. This was my philosophy, and I think it worked out very well. Firstly, I found the crisis to be amazingly galvanizing for our team. Remember, I had been back at ING Direct for probably about 8 months at the time. We had made some changes to the structure of the organization and even some changes with some people. And a crisis came, and it was an amazing time where either people galvanize together as a team and decide to work together and give everything they can, or they fracture apart, right? I mean, that's the risk of what can happen in the face of tremendous uncertainty. And fortunately, our team very much came together. One thing that I decided in this time of great change and uncertainty was to have complete transparency with the organization. So we would find stuff out on Sunday, you know, about what was going to happen. You know, if there were decisions about ING Group or bad news about getting capital or something like that, I'd find out Sunday night. And you know, we had 900 employees at the time. Finding a way to tell 900 employees the truth about what I had learned on Sunday. And I think it built a tremendous amount of trust, a tremendous amount of equity with our employees, the level of transparency. I shared with them exactly what I knew. I told them exactly what I didn't know, and I promised them that as information became available, I would share it with them. And we really went into high communication mode, which I don't think is the standard practice for business. So, and I think that has been very helpful to our business. I mean, we have a very high level of trust, and it's easier when you've got 50 people in your organization, and when you have 100 people in your organization, you have 200 people in your organization. But when you have 1,000, it becomes much more difficult, and you have to rely on other leaders. I mean, I can't just do it myself. So there were other leaders in the organization who had to walk this talk as well. So I'd say that was definitely the most poignant memory. Maybe it's because of recency. So when I interview people, I'm very clear about what I'm interviewing for and what I'm not. So I say, look, I'm not here to see if you're technically competent for this job. Like, that's happened. The HR people, the hiring manager, you wouldn't come see me if you weren't technically competent for the job. You got the resume, you answered all the questions, you can do the job. I'm looking for fit. I'm walking this talk of our values and our principles. Are you going to be the kind of person that is going to thrive in our environment or suck away from our environment? Are you going to make the people around you more excited and more interested, or are you going to take energy away from them? Are you a happy person, or are you a negative person? So I'm looking for a cultural fit, 100%. I'm very upfront about that with them. In reality, I probably interview 75% of new hires because, well, you know, if I'm traveling or something like that, we can't stop the hiring process. And I will tell you, only one time in the last 6 months have I said no to a candidate. That's because our people are really good at this. So you're right. You know what? I probably don't need to do it anymore. But it's different. It's differentiating. I know people before they even start with the bank. I had 3 weeks ago, I had just a beautiful experience where I'm one of the first people to talk to our new hire classes. So if 10 of you came and joined, you'd all be sitting there Monday morning for 3 days of orientation, right? And I'd be one of the first people you see. And everyone in the room I had interviewed. So that was an important moment for me. So yes, I could delegate all these things, but if I believe that our people are the most important reason why we're going to win, then that's probably not something I should delegate. But the truth is, our people are really good at it, so I don't say no. We need to have a culture of innovation because our competitors are formidable. They've been here for almost 200 years, okay? Canadians, generation after generation, are used to the big five, right? I mean, they're just used to it. There's comfort in that. There's branches on every corner. It's not even something you need to think about. So for us to beat those guys and to take things and continue to move forward, we have to be faster, we have to be nimble, we have to be entrepreneurial, even with almost 1,000 employees, 1.7 million customers. We're the 6th largest mortgage originator in the country, but we can't act like we're successful. We've got to keep acting this way or else we're going to get caught. So, and I think people understand that. It's not paranoia, but it is, you know, there is a little bit of fear that we need to stay ahead or we're going to get caught. Those guys have more money than us. They've got a lot more resources than we have. So we have to let our great people do what they do. So yeah, I'm glad you saw that. I think that the world is moving quicker now. I think our competitors are copying us more than they ever did before. We've always wondered why it took them so long to copy us. But they're sounding like us. They talk like us now. They don't talk as big stuffy bank as they used to. They're investing in their branches. They're open later. They're actually providing better service than they ever did before. So we think standing still is a big risk for us. So that's a constant discussion internally and with our shareholder about the amount of investment we can put into our business so that we can deepen the relationship with our customers and offer a few more things, and that we can stay ahead of them on technology, service, mobile, and those types of things. So we think our competitors are getting better faster, and that means we need to move faster and need to keep investing in our business. So our shareholder has 100 business units in 50 countries around the world. So we're one choice, but where money gets invested. So I think those are both two important challenges for us.